Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kutikadas, a podcast where we bring you enchanting stories from Hindu culture, Indian folklore, and timeless parables filled with magic, adventure, and life lessons. Have you ever wondered why Lord Ganesha is worshipped first? Or how a little squirrel helped Lord Rama? Or maybe you've heard of the wise Birbal and his clever tricks. Every story we share is packed with wisdom, laughter, and wonder. Stories that have been told for generations, but still feel magical today. So sit back, relax, and let's journey into a world of gods, kings, sages, and talking animals. Are you ready for today's tale? Let's begin! Before we start today's tale, let's start off with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, say Om for as long as you can. Hanuman and the Sun. Before they lifted mountains, defeated asuras, and guided worlds with their wisdom, they were children, curious, playful, naughty, but divine. We will jump into the next episode in our series Ananta Leelas, Little Divine Mischief. Last time on Ananta Leelas, we heard a tale about young Rama and his longing for the moon. But even his dearest companion and most devoted friend also had his eyes set on another celestial body, the sun. Of course, it is Hanuman, the mighty monkey god we all love. But did you know he was not always called Hanuman? He was actually called Maruti when he was born to Vayudev, his father the wind god, or Anjaneya, son of Anjana, his beloved mother. So where did the name Hanuman come from? When Anjaneya was a child, he was known for being very active and rambunctious, spending most of his days swinging on trees and playing with his friends. But just like many growing kids, Anjaneya had a very big appetite. One day, after a very busy morning of playing, Anjaneya was fast asleep, snoring softly. His mother, Anjana, thought, "Perfect, I'll go collect some tasty fruits for when he wakes up." While Anjana was out, Anjaneya woke up with a start. He stretched his arms up when he heard his stomach growl loudly. He was starving. With his eyes still closed, he yelled, "Ma, I'm so hungry." When he did not hear his mom coming with his favorite food, he opened his eyes and to his shock, realized his mother was not there. "Ma!" But still no reply. Well, Anjaneya was not one to sit and wait. He jumped off his cot and started looking in bowls and cupboards, but to his dismay, there was no food in sight. That's when he remembered something his mother once said to her friends. To pick the best fruit, look for the one that's big, bright, and red. Anjaneya ran outside and looked all around and noticed a big, bright red fruit high in the sky. That was the one that would help his appetite. Now you and I know that it was the sun, but little Anjaneya thought it was the biggest mango ever. Now, as I mentioned before, Anjaneya was not just any little monkey. As Vayuputra, son of the wind god, he took one mighty leap and soared toward what he thought was a big, bright, juicy fruit. Up and up, he flew past the clouds, stars, and planets as he inched closer and closer to the sun. Suryadev, the sun god, laughed, thinking, "He is only a child who does not realize it's me. I shall not burn him, as he has a very important destiny ahead." But on that day that Anjaneya had decided that he was going to eat the sun, Rahu, the spirit of darkness, was supposed to capture the sun for the solar eclipse. When he saw Anjaneya heading straight for the sun, he got scared. Anjaneya accidentally kicked Rahu out of the way, and Rahu ran to Indradev's palace in anger. Indra, you promised me I could block the sun today, but that monkey child got there before me. Indra, the king of gods, was shocked to hear that a child could do such a feat, mounted his Vahana, a four-tusked elephant, and rushed to see for himself. And there he was, Anjaneya, flying through the sky and approaching Surya's chariot with his mouth wide open, thinking if this little monkey can jump all the way to the sun, could he possibly eat it too? Worried, Indra took out his weapon, the thunderbolt Vajra, and threw it at Anjaneya. A loud thunder clasped, and it hit young Anjaneya, who began falling back down, 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 until he crash-landed upon a mountaintop, injuring his little jaw. Vayu, the wind god, seeing that Indra had injured his son, became furious and stopped blowing his air. Suddenly, the world stood still. The waves stopped flowing, the trees stopped rustling. No one could breathe well. Everyone, the gods, humans, asuras, animals, all prayed for the air to come back, and all rushed to find Vayu. There, on the mountaintops, they saw Vayu sadly holding his son. Brahma, the great creator, gently touched Anjaneya's head. Anjaneya slowly opened his eyes, still lying in his father's arms, and everyone sighed in relief. Anjana hugged her son tightly, her heart finally at peace, and Vayu began to let the winds blow again. Brahma, moved by the little Vanar's strength and innocence, gave him a divine blessing. Brahma blessed Anjaneya. You will be brave, strong, and wise beyond measure. But just so that you don't use your powers at the wrong time, you will forget them. Until the day someone reminds you. May your name be remembered whenever courage and faith are needed. And so, from that day forward, the little monkey who once tried to eat the sun was called Hanuman, from the word Hanu, meaning jaw, because of the little injury he got that day. And even though he forgot his powers for a while, when the world needed him the most, Hanuman remembered. Such cute antics by baby Hanuman. But what can we learn from this story? Some say the sun represents knowledge, and little Hanuman's yearning was not just for fruit, but for learning. In fact, Suryadev himself later accepts Hanuman as a student or shishya. Even though Hanuman did not get to eat the sun, his mistake did lead to many opportunities. So always remember, every stumble is a chance to learn and grow. Wow, I can't wait to hear more stories about Hanuman and his journey in the Ramayana. Until next time, keep learning and keep smiling. Hari Sharanam.